So any dips of energy are directly associated to what thoughts you are streaming, what vibration you are streaming, the energy you are emitting or feeling, and what is going on in your internal sphere. So when you have a dip in energy, when you have a dip in how you're feeling, right? Instead of moving into that low space, allowing it to play out, what's helpful is if you are catching the energy before it can go there. Okay, before, like when you first start noticing it to dip, when you first start noticing your energy dip, you abide in your temple. You pull back your energy to abide in your presence, to abide with Source. And you begin focusing on growing and emanating that light, growing and emanating that light of Source. So as you notice that dip start to occur, right? You're catching it before it can start taking you on a ride with it. You bring your attention even to your heart center. If you want to place your hand on your heart, focus on the energy in your heart. Focus on illuminating your being, your heart from inside. If a thought is coming, something like, this isn't a very good day, something like this, then you, observe, this is where the train starts to move. This is where the train starts to go. And you hold on to your heart center. You hold on to your heart center and you focus on your presence. You focus on your being. You focus on your energy. And you allow the power of your source, the power of your light, to take over and to replace what was going to go downhill through those streams, right? Because if you catch one of those thoughts, what happens? And you start to expand on it. You start to expand on that thought. That becomes your universe. That becomes your entire universe. So you are taking your power back by abiding in your heart, by abiding in your presence, and you're becoming more aware. You're becoming more aware of when those things arise, to begin seeing them, right? So you're becoming the neutral observer. You're seeing them arise, and you're abiding in your power. You're abiding in your presence. And from that space, when you catch yourself, right, when you catch those thoughts arising and you continue to choose your presence, you choose your center, you choose your light, let yourself open in that space. Let yourself expand that space as much as you can. Opening that space within you of light, opening that space of joy, opening that space of happiness, allowing that to take you over so that you can begin moving in your day, moving in that energy, moving in your presence. So when a thought or a feeling arises that's in dissonance with how you desire to feel, how you desire to live your day, you continue to pull your energy back to center, pulling your energy back to source, marinating in your presence, allowing those energies become less and less and to disappear as you are remaining with your center. And as they arise, if that thought that, oh, this isn't a very good day, no, it must be a good day. You can allow it to be a good day. You can choose it to be a good day. So it's taking the power back. It's taking your power back and claiming it in your words, in your power, right? Bringing the energy back to you and saying, this is going to be the best day of my life right now. I'm claiming this as the best day of my life. So you have two ways in which you are claiming your power. The first way is abiding in presence, abiding in your source, allowing that light to expand, allowing that light to grow, allowing that light to emanate from within you, taking over all of the other energies. And the second part is to choose your words precisely with what you want to create. So if you want to create, choose what you want to create right now in this moment. As we're here together, you choose one thing that you want to create right now. Let it be the thing that excites you the most. Okay, so with that creation, you fill yourself with the power of the feeling, good feelings associated with that. Just dreaming, marinating in that energy, being excited about that energy. And then you choose your words of power. I will create this, whatever that is for you. I will create this. I see myself fully manifesting my vision to full completion. Right? So that's putting the power back into your creation. So when those words, when you find those train of thoughts that are sneaking in, which are, right, they're vibrations that are still active within your field. They're vibrations that haven't died off yet. So what you're doing is you are grabbing that word, that vibration that has been brewing inside of you and growing to some extent that you've allowed within your sphere. Now you are pulling the power away. You are aligning with source. You are aligning with your presence. And in the power of your light, in the power of your presence, those thoughts, those energies, which are in opposition to your being, your blooming, your resonance, your true resonance, which is in alignment with source, those are going to all die within the power of the words that you choose and the energy that you align with. So when you are creating your vision, when you are focusing upon your highest vision, you are envisioning the same and tuning into the same source as source energy. So source energy is blooming and flowing through you, And it has put that seed. That seed is arising in you from source. It is the same energy, the extension of you and your creation is the same extension and flow through source. So you are simply aligning with that energy, aligning with that vibration, reveling in that energy, and all of those energies around you are dying in its presence. So this is so important because you begin to bloom within your energy, open within your field, align with what you truly desire from a pure place, a pure space, from your soul desire, right? But there's a certain amount of cleaning up that has to occur, right? So by abiding here, by abiding with source, those energies that aren't worthy of staying in your presence because they're energies that are putting you down, energies that telling you maybe you're not ready or you're not good enough, or there's already tons of this that people are already creating. Why should you create it? Right? All of these sorts of things stop you from your flow state, stop you from your creation. So you continue to abide here. You continue to honor your light, allowing your light to grow, allowing your light to bloom. And you're choosing all the words throughout your day that are in complete resonance with your idealized vision of creating that in your field right now. So to move from one space to another, to move from where you are to the highest vision you have, and to close the gap, right? You're closing the gap. The gap is being closed by your vibration. The gap is being closed by removing the power away from those other energies, doubts, fears, insecurities, lies, illusion, and abiding in the truth of your being, abiding in the truth of your knowing, abiding in the truth of your highest vision in your creation. So when they arise, you continue to stay here in your center, pulling all the energy back, shining the light of awareness back onto source, and allowing that to flow through, you. And seeing that all those spells that are disharmonious are what is creating the gap between you and your vision to be like this instead of like this. So as you choose your vibration, as you rise, right, you're connecting with source and you're rising within your being, you're rising in your light. You're rising in your light. You're naturally flowing from that overabundance in your light and pouring that, allowing that to pour through you and pour into your creations, fueling your creations, fueling everything you're doing without resistance. When the resistance arises throughout your creations, throughout the creative process, the resistance is simply showing you where to release more and to allow in the way that's natural for you, to allow in the way that's expansive for you. Okay, so sometimes resistance comes to starting, right? To even just starting your creative project or process or what you're focusing upon. And so you have this resistance to begin step one. So there are times where you have to push to take that first step. There's certain times that you're going to have to do that. It's not force in a way. It's not forceful in a negative way. It's force in a good way. It's force in the way that you're moving away from the energy that's binding you to comfortability. You're moving into your highest vision. You're moving towards what you actually want. So sometimes if you have resistance within your being, you will have to force certain points so that you can move past the threshold. Because if you're moving from your mind that's telling you that you don't want to create this thing anymore, that maybe you're over it, or maybe you're not good enough to do it, sometimes you'll have to force yourself a little, give yourself a push so that you can break through the ice and break through open to the other side. So as you're moving throughout your day, be vigilant with your thoughts. Be vigilant with your mental sphere. Don't let it take power away from you. Allowing your mind to be in service to your heart, to be in service to your being, to be in service to source. And so you can replace all of these spells, right? All of these negative spells. All of these negative spells, you change them and you put I will statements and I am statements before them. So if you're having a negative mind spell, that's saying you are not good enough to do this. You make a statement contradictory to that. I am the light of the divine, and I flow through my being, the divine light. You can replace any negative spell with a positive spell. That is your power. And as you do this, you're creating refinements within your field. You're creating refinements within your field, and soon your life is manifesting before you in harmony and in resonance through your vibration, through your feeling, through creating new spells that are empowering, that are in alignment with source, that are in highest resonance, that are moving you in direct alignment with your highest vision. So when you're seeing your different spells that you're creating throughout the day, okay, what do you see yourself creating? What do you see yourself creating as your highest vision? And are your spells matching that experience? Are your spells matching where you are going? So if you want to be anything that you want to be, you have to claim it. You have to say it. You have to own it. You have to own it in the power of your words. You have to feel it in your body. You have to feel it moving in you. You have to feel it alive in you. So when you see that vision, when you see it with crystal clarity, when you can feel it, when you can taste it, and you bring that into your experience now, you analyze and see your spells, right? You're just paying attention throughout the day, okay? Seeing like all the different spells you're creating inside your mind, what you're saying, what you're talking about, what you're, right? So all those details, you're being vigilant about it. Be vigilant about what's in your inner temple. It's creating everything. It's creating everything. It's creating the most magnificent life, or it's not, right? So you're choosing everything. You're choosing all of your words. Even if you're not, okay, depending on how you're feeling, we're all feeling, right? The broad spectrum of different emotions, different things, okay? So wherever you're experiencing right now, however it is you envision, however it is you hold in your highest light, that dream, that vision, you take in those energies of that moment, of that energy, of that feeling, of what you would be like at that time, right? Your future self. But instead of creating you and future, you are creating you and future to join in and take arms together now. That's how you begin creating what you desire in now time, in real time, manifesting according to your highest vision in this moment now. So this is taking an experience that for some could take many, many years, slower, maybe more drawn out. And since we're seeing everything now in frequency and vibration, we are now, kind of playing with the planets in our hands, swirling them around. And we can create that future self and now self to merge. So when we are envisioning, we are taking on those energies. It's like you're drinking that elixir. You're drinking that elixir of that future self. And you're embodying those energies now. You're feeling those energies now. You're radiating those energies now. That is all creating that manifestation of your creation in now time, in real time. Right? So everything that you are doing, everything that you are experiencing, you are growing in that light, growing through the light of your awareness by simply shifting your perception, by feeling into, okay, where does that vision want to take me? And what do I and what does my life feel like in that vision? And letting yourself envision, right? Letting yourself feel that right now. This creates a close in the gap. This creates a close in the gap. So allow yourself to bloom and to open in all of your energy towards that. Bringing it here, bringing it here, bringing it here. And allowing that to be fully felt. And you'll begin to see swiftly how this is beginning to flower open, how this is beginning to take over your life. So instead of creating a longing or waiting within the being, you are creating a ripeness and a readiness for your manifestation to combust. Okay, so you're feeling it. You're feeling all of it, but then you're also taking all of the actions towards it, towards manifesting that vision. So you're flowing all of that energy forth into your creations, not stopping yourself whatsoever, fully acting on all the inspiration that flows.